Right people, we have our quarterly update from Mark Gurman regarding AirPods Max coming soon. How much longer will they be coming soon for? Anyways, let's delve into all these new reports. So the Apple guru himself, Mr. Gurman, outlined everything we can expect in terms of AirPods updates for the foreseeable future, and more specifically outlines the AirPods Max 2 on the works, with the main change being USB-C and some new colors. That's it apparently. Now the USB-C upgrade makes sense because Apple's being forced to implement this, and so now the AirPods Pro 2 have them, I'm sure the Maxes are gonna follow suit. But the lack of any other details regarding the second generation pair from Gurman is pretty weird. I know the man likes to be vague, but he's not usually this vague, and he doesn't even specify when they're releasing. He just mysteriously says they're coming soon in 2024. Wow, what breaking news, Mark Gurman, thank you for that. Now, if I were to guess, I could see Apple launching these in the spring alongside new iPads, though honestly Apple could theoretically launch them whenever they want. The OG pair randomly launched during December, a month where Apple typically doesn't give us any new products, and so it's hard to predict what Apple's plan is going to be with the new Maxes. And by the way, would like to remind you guys, like this video and subscribe for more content like this, it would be appreciated. Either way, I'm really praying these are not just the first gens with a new port, because AirPods Max are lacking a lot of features the cheaper AirPods Pro have, and it clearly doesn't make sense that $250 earbuds are better than a pair of $500 headphones, and so there's a lot Apple needs to fix. Now the first change I would expect is better audio. It does not take a genius to work out. A new pair of headphones usually will come with better audio, and remember that when Apple gave us AirPods Pro 2, everyone raved about the sound quality improvements, and while I'm aware AirPods Max already sound excellent, further extending their lead in this department is always appreciated, and considering they have more space to work with on the Maxes, I think we can definitely expect revamped drivers for better audio. Also, AirPods Max do not have a custom high dynamic range amplifier that of course AirPods Pro 2 and the regular AirPods includes, so expect Apple to chuck that in as well for good measure. Another thing AirPods Pro 2 upgraded was ANC, which again, I do think AirPods Max will adopt, along with adaptive transparency mode to protect your ears from harsh sounds in your environment. I would also expect the conversation boost feature AirPods Pro have. It's very handy, and I'm frankly quite surprised AirPods Max didn't offer this in the first place. Wow, the Maxes have a ton of missing features. H2 also needs to come to the Maxes because for some reason, you absolutely need the horsepower of the M2 to access the new shorter Siri trigger phrase, but it low-key feels like Apple's taking this opportunity to handicap older products, because surely the H1 can also do that. Is it really that taxing for a chip to make a phrase shorter? I'm not sure, but anyways, we should also get the new adaptive audio feature that's frankly a game changer with the Pros. This mode basically modifies the volume of what's being played based on what's around you and your interactions throughout the day. So for example, when I'm talking to someone, the media automatically becomes quieter, and once I stop talking, it resumes back at the normal level. This is incredible, guys, and is very, very clutch. Now, one thing I do wonder if Apple's gonna give us is water and sweat resistance. Now, why I'm unsure is because AirPods Max aren't really made for workouts, which is the sole reason headphones have IP ratings. These bad boys are hefty, and so they're not going to be ideal for gym workouts, but there is a condensation issue the current pair have, and so maybe to protect the internal components, they have no choice but to give these some sort of IP rating, because no one wants their very expensive pair of headphones to randomly stop working because of a bloody design flaw. Another upgrade I would expect is better battery life. I'm pretty sure the H2 alone should improve the endurance by at least an hour, but to be honest, these AirPods Maxes should be even better than that. Now yes, if you go on Apple's site, you will notice the Maxes destroy other AirPods, which seems impressive on face value, but then you realize that's because they're big headphones, and so of course they're better than earbuds. But if you compare them to other headphones on the market, like the Sony XM5s, these do actually fall short. Specifically, it's offering 10 hours less of endurance. That's a large chunk of battery life missing, and so it's time for Apple to match the competition. The next thing I'm sure many absolutely want to see is a better case. everyone basically agreed on the fact the original pair had a shockingly horrible smart case that offered no protection whatsoever to the actual headphones. How has Apple created the first ever case in the world that doesn't do the job of a case? Anyways, there thankfully have been patents of a more traditional case in the works, so thank you Timothy for coming to your senses, and we should hopefully see that with the 2nd Gen Maxes. And since Apple's Apple and they love magnets and stuff them wherever they can, this patent does mention it's held together using magnetic mating strips, which would replace the traditional zipper that most cases have, because you just know that Apple can't give us a boring case. No, it has to be something special to justify the high price, so they're gonna chuck in a ton of magnets, and it might also be made as the fine woven material Apple recently announced, though considering that doesn't age too well, I don't want to see that here. Now, the digital crown undoubtedly was a fantastic addition to the original AirPods Max. However, here's a cheeky fact for you guys. The original plan was to give this touch sensors, similar to what Sony does with their headphones, so we could see this change with AirPods Max 2, though to be honest, I think it's unlikely considering everyone loves the crown, and let's be honest, touch sensors can be a little finicky to use, and actually considering Apple's going all in on gestures with recent products like the Vision Pro and the Series 9 Apple Watch, I could one day see that being the main way to interact with the Maxes, in which case you're gonna look like a madman trying to control your music like this. Also, Bluetooth 5.3 is something we can expect. We did just see the USB-C AirPods Pro randomly gain lossless, and I have no doubt some Macs will also get this. But now let's get into the biggest issue AirPods Max 2 should fix, which was the price. I know Apple tax is a thing, but these were frankly way too expensive at launch, and most could just not justify the price. I'm not selling my kidneys for some headphones. Now thankfully, via third parties, the price has become more fairer with sales at $350. That's a good price, and should have been the original price. So let's hope Apple doesn't make the same mistake with the 2nd Gen Maxes, and they drop this to $500 or $450 at launch. Finally, let's talk about colors. This was another thing Gurman confirmed would be coming to the new Maxes. Though it doesn't take a genius to work out, Apple's likely going to spruce up the range with some new fancy shades. Now, the original pair did have colors based on the iPad Air 4, so I'm guessing the new Maxes could be based on the iPad Air 6 colors, since we're expecting that to launch next year as well. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and thank you for watching.